It's a perfect time to introduce you to my new love, and that is candles. In fact, I love what other candle lovers call this season, and that is candle weather, which is rather appropriate considering we live on this little icebox that is Britain. I am slowly becoming a candle girly, okay? And I am choosing to use my channel to learn about them. By bringing you candle content, I get to discover great British brands, scent my home beautifully, and of course, participate in one of my favorite extreme sports, and that is learning something new. I want to take you on this journey with me. I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know how I'm going to frame the videos over the next year or so, but I really do think 12 days of Christmas is the perfect time for me to introduce candle love to you. In today's video, I am going to introduce you to 3 brands. I have been doing a little bit of happy shopping, and over the last 4 to 6 weeks, I have been testing 2 candles from each of these brands. I am going to categorize the brands according to the one that impressed me the most, and we're going to finish with the one that least impressed me. First up on the list is KEYNVOR. Now this brand is giving me Cornish, country, seaside, chic vibes, and I really do like it. I love the dark jars that the candles have been poured into, and I love the little covers that come with it. Now both of the candles I have been testing from KEYNVOR I have loved, and it is hard to pick which one I particularly loved more than the other, but we are going to go with Judean. In fact, Judean is the one that made me press the buy button. I immediately saw the name and I thought, oh, that's quite clever. What's that about? And I went online and googled the word Judean, and it is a candle inspired by the Judean mountains, and I love that. I love creativity. I love intentional creativity. And I read the notes and I thought, yeah, count me in. I saw tuberose. Buy it now. And this is a beautiful candle, extremely elegant, classy, exclusive. The performance is absolutely beautiful. It filled a room, a medium-sized room, in about under 20 minutes, I would say. It has this elegance that's just absolutely divine. It's not too feminine leaning a scent. It is a perfect scent for almost every room apart from the kitchen. I would describe this as an intimate candle. The candle perfect for just you or an intimate gathering, and that's why I've said I feel like it belongs in almost every room apart from the kitchen. You know, somewhere you just go and relax and just be with that person or those people, or just be by yourself. It's a candle that just wants to truly be enjoyed, you know, on its own. And that's why I say don't take it to the kitchen. Don't let the food aromas confuse this beautiful candle. No. Just put it somewhere where it can truly be enjoyed. I have loved this candle so much. I am almost at the end of it. It is a definite repurchase for me. This is very, very nice. Next up is Passenger. Once again, I love the name Passenger, you know. Fun fact, my name means one who walks with you, something loosely based around that. So words like passenger or traveler or friend or companion, they mean something to me. So when I saw this candle, I thought, yeah, let's get that. It is described as smoky and rugged. I don't find it to be rugged, but it is definitely smoky. For me, what really shines in this candle is the rosewood and the leather. Those are one of my favorite notes, and it's not too sweet. It's very neutral, also elegant in the air, very expensive smelling. The performance of this is also stellar. It fills the room in just about 15 minutes. This is a beautiful, elegant and creamy candle. I don't know if it's a repurchase for me, but I love that I know it because it is something that is very gift worthy for that babe in your life. Thank me later. There's just something about it that is very impressive about it. The packaging is there, the branding is there, it makes it gift worthy. My first interaction with KEYNVOR has been absolutely stellar. They are going to have my money again, and I definitely recommend them as a brand. Let's talk about the next brand on the lineup, and that is Earth Candle. The name insinuates it all. The environment is very important to this brand, and they claim that they plant a tree for every candle that is bought. I think it's a lovely idea. It's a beautiful work ethic to have, and definitely a powerful selling point. Now, when I was happy shopping with Earth Candle, I decided to get her entire autumn collection. And out of that collection, I have been burning Apple and Cinnamon and Woodsmoke and Leather. Apple and Cinnamon is definitely not a scent profile for me, not even something that I would have bought on its own, but because it was in this collection, I thought, why not? Let me just give it a shot. And I have absolutely loved having it in the kitchen. It is the perfect candle to burn in the kitchen. It was tart, bright and sweet, and I'm using past tense because I have completely burned through this candle. It was beautiful. It worked perfectly for the kitchen. I repeat myself. It was a proper bomb. It filled my kitchen in under 15 minutes. It completely destroyed every food odor that was in the air, and every time I lit it, I was very happy with its functionality. I was like, yeah, you are doing an amazing job. You smell good in my kitchen. You just smell like a good, loving, warm kitchen. And what more does one need with a good kitchen candle? Now, of course, the apple and the cinnamon really do stand out in this candle, but you also get the vanilla, and there's a little bit of musk and even more spices. It is gift worthy for me. If there is somebody you know in your life who loves candles that smell like food, this is an A+ from me. The performance, absolutely stellar, really filled up my kitchen. I cannot say that enough. Now let's talk about the candle that I'm actually burning right now, and that is Woodsmoke and Leather. A very classy candle. In fact, I burned it the other evening in the living room, and I thought this is the perfect candle to light after dinner. You know, you've just had your meal and maybe you just want to wind down to a light cheese board or a glass of wine. This is the perfect candle for this. There's something very understated about it, but yet it fills the room. And it's not the kind of candle you keep smelling, but if you left the room and came back, you're like, wow, this space smells fresh. Now, I did want a little bit more wood smoke. I did want this to be a little bit smoky. The leather does stand out, and in fact, it reminds me of a leather jacket that is not new, but it's not old. You're still breaking into it. It's still trying to, you know, get that used, loved smell of old leather. I feel like it's somewhere in between that. And because of that, this is not a straight repurchase for me. It's a beautiful candle, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love burning it in the sitting room. It has such an elegance to it and a neutrality to it that makes it very perfect actually to gift that male candle lover in your life. Yes, the boys are starting to love the candles, and it's okay. It's okay. And also, if you have a home office that you receive clients or guests into, this is a perfect candle for that as well. There's just something very classy about the candle. I just wanted it to be a little bit more smoky, a little bit more burnt, a little bit more ashy, and I didn't get that. Now, with that being said about both of these candles from Earth Candle, these are my experiences. These are just my nose's preference. But with my experience, I definitely recommend this brand, and I do see them getting my coins again. The performance of the candles, absolutely stellar. Really did fill up a room. I'm thinking of the right words to use to describe the third brand that I want to talk about, and that is BAHOMA London. This is a brand I have mentioned if you do watch my fragrance content and my beauty empties. This is a brand I have been shopping with for quite a while, for about 2 years. They do have a bit going on within their brand, from fragrance to body care to home fragrance. And to be honest, I'm still trying to decide what BAHOMA London's vibe is all about. To be honest, they're giving me private label vibes, and I don't want this to be taken as an insult. Let me explain myself a little bit more. What I mean by private label is I have a strong feeling that BAHOMA London doesn't only create for themselves. I have a feeling they create for other brands. You may be a brand and you want a candle, a fragrance, whatever it is. You go to someone like BAHOMA London, they create it for you, they stick your label on it, and then you're left to sell it on your own. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, but I feel like because they're trying to do two things, possibly, these are my educated assumptions, I feel like they may be not focusing their efforts perfectly enough. And in saying that, BAHOMA London has always presented itself to me as a hit or miss brand for me. There are some things that I absolutely love from the brand, and there are some things that I have met from the brand that have disappointed me. Now, in saying that, BAHOMA London can be very generous with their sales, and that's how they draw me in. In fact, the particular set of candles I just purchased from them were a lucky dip at a fantastic price. It was 9 candles for about £25. Came in this gorgeous red box. I was like, why not? Get it, baby girl. You've done worse with £25. Most of the candles in this lucky dip are probably discontinued. I'm not particularly sure, but the 2 candles I am about to talk to you about are definitely discontinued. I did have a look.
Okay, now IJ, why are you mentioning discontinued products to us?
Because it was through TK Maxx that I found the brand BAHOMA London. We all know quite a lot of discontinued products pass through the stores of TK Maxx. So you might see these candles there and then remember this little chat that we're having about them. So that's why I'm mentioning them. And who knows, BAHOMA London might bring back this scent, and at least you'll have this review for reference. And the 2 candles I've been burning from BAHOMA London are Heliotrope and Plum, and Labdanum, a word that I struggle to pronounce. I may write it out on the screen just to get it right, and Dry Woods. Now, Heliotrope and Plum is your classic, girly, sweet, slightly powdery scent. It's not doing much for me. Performance-wise, it's also not doing much for me, but I have a strong feeling that it might shine better in the spring or the summer. I did find that this scent has struggled to fill a room ever so slightly, and I go back to that idea that I think it wants warmer weather. Every time I've lit this candle, I've felt like I've had to give it about 40 minutes to fill up a room, and even then, it wasn't that strong. I'm not going to harshly critique this candle because once again, I do feel like it needs warmer weather for it to shine. I do remember a very bright autumn day sometime in October. I was burning it in the kitchen and the sun was out. It was a touch warm for the time of the year, and I think it filled the kitchen beautifully. It was just right. But now those days are gone. So I do not want to harshly critique this candle. I will probably revisit it in the spring, and if it is worth mentioning, I will definitely bring it back up again. Now let's talk about Labdanum and Dry Woods. A very classy, beautiful candle, very easy on the nose. There's like a dryness to it and a very slight sweetness to it. The labdanum is there. A labdanum is a bit like a resin. It is a sweet smelling resin, and you do get that in this candle. Once again, it behaves just like Earth's candle, wood smoke and leather. It's the perfect after dinner candle. It's a perfect candle you put in the home office. It's also a perfect candle for the hallway. I've been loving burning it in the hallway because I've always said this about hallways. If you're going to burn a candle in a hallway, there's no need for it to be bombastic. It needs to just, it's a sensory introduction into your home. When people walk into your home, what do you want them to say about your home? And for me, it is inviting, safe, and just right. You know, just right. I don't know how else to explain it. But this is a very classic candle. I wish it wasn't discontinued because this is the kind of candle I would buy in a big size as well if it was on sale, of course. I'm not mad that it's discontinued because I have earth candles, wood smoke and leather if I wanted something like that to go back to. And I also feel like this is not a scent profile that is unique to the candle world. I do feel like I will find this vibe again as I am exploring candles. So yeah, beautiful candle, definitely has brought me joy, and if it was not discontinued, I would highly recommend it. And that's that. I hope you have enjoyed the first episode of Candle Love. I have really enjoyed thinking it up and having this chat with you. As per usual, I will make sure to link everything that I have mentioned in this video down in the description box so you can do yourself a little bit of happy shopping. And I continue to wish you a really good holiday season. My name is Ijeoma, and I'll see you soon.